Aries, welcome to your 2017 Love and Relationship Readings. I'm Psychic Medium Eric, bringing you your Aries, your follow-up reading to your career and finances. I must apologize for being a little bit late, but again, I got sick, so I've been dealing with, again, I got sick. This is the second time this season already that I've been sick with the flu and a bad cold. So, like I said, the weather here in New York is crazy. It's all over the place. I've been getting sick. So sorry it took a little. I was meant to release them right away together, but I'm feeling better now, so I'm ready to release your other half of your love reading. Like I said, it's been a joy and pleasure bringing you these readings. It's been an excellent year for you guys have been so great. Like I said, you guys really made this channel great. I mean, I can't express how happy I am with you guys. I mean, you guys have really deserve all the credit here. You guys deserve all the credit here for like I said, I can't thank you enough, basically, you guys. That's why I'm doing this whole overview reading, so you can kind of get a peek into what's coming up for you next year, and always take the valuable information that I give you forward. It's always going to be useful in some way or form. All readings are. Even if you don't see it right away, sometimes it'll resonate a little bit later. But anyway, like I said, I want to thank you personally, guys out there, each and every one of you, all the new subscribers. It's been great, and you guys have been wonderful. All the readings, all the shares, likes, and comments continue to do that. And if you guys, all like always, if you want a personal reading, check out my description box, and you got the information you need for a personal reading. Now with Aries, without further ado, let's get on with your 2017 General Love and Relationship Reading. Okay. Okay, guys. What you guys have got, your overall energies is the control and to reach out. When I was doing this reading, the first impressions that I got from this reading is a lot of you are going to be reaching out for support, reaching out for help, because the two messages I got for you is divine magic and friendship. And while I was shuffling, they flew out. So this tells me there's a lot of powerful energy around friendships and really close relationships for you Aries this year. And I feel like some of you might even be hooking up with because looking at just reading, some of you might be reaching back into the past. You may be re-hooking up with people who you want to re-hook up with again. And it could be friends, or it could be friends that turn into lovers. So some of you are feeling the urge maybe to reconnect with some people in the past. Like I said, it's not for all areas, but for some. Always check your moon and rising signs too. But when I was doing this reading, I got the overwhelming feeling of reaching back for past, reaching back for relationships that that you wish would have worked out, or could have worked out. Or like I said, a lot of you are just rekindling old friendships. And maybe even rekindling maybe more than friendship. Maybe it becomes more than friendship, because your first half of the year is very interesting. Let me get that for you. So your first half of your year, your January, February, March, and April, you've got the success and growth, seeking the truth, which is success and growth is also the Eight of Wands in the tarot deck. So that's why I'm feeling like there's a lot of communication coming in, or you might be communicating from people from your past. Sadness and isolation, and the Master card. So you might be going through a little bit of, maybe you're reviewing your relationships right now, or you're going over them, or I just feel like I said, I'm getting the overwhelming feeling you feel the need to reach out to people from your past, or reach out for help, or if relationships aren't going as well as you like. But you got great energy though in the beginning of the month. Though you got the Sun card, which is always good. The Moon, and that's right under the seek the truth. So I feel like you're seeking the truth about your relationships for you Aries out there. Sadness and isolation, you're looking at the Hanged Man, which means it's almost, the Hanged Man means sometimes with sadness and isolation, it forces you to really look at your relationships, or really look at where they're going, or it's giving you a new perspective on it. And the Fear card, you also got the Lover. So some of you might actually be thinking about reconnecting from people of the past, or they just might be coming into the picture again. like I said, you got the strength and reaching out, so you guys might be reaching out for help for you Aries out there. So like in the beginning of the year, like I said, I do see a lot of positive. I feel like some of these friendships might actually blossom into lover relationships, even if you're in a relationship now. So like I said, another relationship could come in. In other words, I feel like I'm getting the overall sensation of rekindling for you Aries next year, rekindling things, rekindling relationships, rekindling the relationships. But these are relationships that you want to rekindle. So these are all positives coming in. Like I said, at the beginning of the year, you might be happy because you might be hearing from somebody from the past. And if you're going through something right now, they might be helping you to get through some of the relationship problems. Or if you're having a relationship problem, maybe you're at the beginning of the year, maybe you're leaning on a lot of friend support. And it also got the divine magic. So, because the more, like I said, miracles do happen. It's basically a card about miracles. And when it came out with the friendship card, it's about, I feel like some of your relationships next year are going to be very, very developed and very, very, it's going to be almost, I feel like very strongly that your friendships are really going to be very, very important next year. All right. And you're very close relationships, even though you don't have many, but I'm getting the sense that some of you might be hooking up with people from the past because that's what this reading is looking. That's why I got the overall energy of while I was laying it out, I got rekindling. Or it could even be rekindling the romance in your relationship that you're in too. Because I also got that also. Rekindling sometimes maybe you're relying on your friends and they're helping you get through, maybe some of you going through a tough relationship time and you're relying on your friends and it's going to help rekindle things and maybe they can give you the perspective you need because sometimes in your situations you need another person to look at it. In other words, a fresh set of eyes on your friendship or on your relationship. Sometimes we need that help sometimes, and never be afraid to reach out for help. Because listen, the strongest people always do reach out for help, and Aries are very strong and very determined. So I feel like you will be reaching out for help, especially if you're going through a little bit of relationship problems, or I feel like a lot of you are gonna be rekindling some relationships in the past. People that you wish you would have stayed friends with, or wish you would have kept in contact with. It looks like next year that it'll be happening. Excuse me, guys. Yeah, and that's gonna be happening at the beginning of the year, because the middle of the year, guess what? More healing. The star card. Justice. Yep. That's balance. Look at this with the friendship. Share the love. Hermit, seeking. A lot of you are seeking. Like I said, seeking out. Are seeking out friendships or are seeking to rekindle. Your strength is coming from taking the lead. Taking the lead. A lot of you are probably planning on doing this. You got the Wheel of Fortune and rest and reconsider. So some of you might be reconsidering the relationships that you're in now. I see a lot of reaching out this year for you, Aries, to really build successful relationships. You're looking for balance. You've got a lot of healing going on. A lot of, like I said, friends are very important to you next year. I feel like they can be getting you through some hard times. Or, like I said, you could be rekindling old romances. You know what? You may want to hook up with a friend, but guess what will happen? Something unexpected might happen. You might be rekindling a romance. So this looks, especially with the Wheel of Fortune there too. So and the strength to take the lead. So some of you might be stepping into like rekindling romances again. That's a really good energy for middle of the year. But looks like the middle of the year, May, June, July, and August. It's gonna be a fun summer for you guys too. I feel like you're gonna be having your friends close and really developing. I feel like the summer months is where you'll be really developing your close relationships. Relationships. I feel like for couples, if they were going through a couple of turbulent beginning of the next year, it's gonna clear up by mid year. So that's always a good thing for you Aries couples. And like I said, a lot of you are gonna be rekindling romances, rekindling friendships. It's a whole year of rekindling, and that's really positive energy around that. But there is help out there, and don't be afraid to reach out for help because we all need help sometimes too. to get us to our desired outcome. Like I said, with the a lot of these cards and the divine magic and friendship, yeah, this power, you're gonna be developing very close relationships next year. Like I said, I see a very good shift next year. I feel like a lot of you might be rekindling friendships though, but I feel like those friendships can blossom into full-fledged love relationships, because it looks like for some, it looks like that might be happening. Or like I said, or I see your friends carrying you through, maybe if you're in a relationship now, maybe they're helping you for next year. Maybe they'll help you get through some tough relationship stuff, or whatever it is. Definitely rekindling next year. The word for next year for you guys: rekindling, lighting that fires of romance for singles and for couples. So like I said, summer, I see nothing but fun. I see nothing but I see a lot of traveling. Like I said, you're finding your balance. You're doing a lot of healing mid-year. So like I said, so if you start off the year a little bit rough, the mid-year, by mid, it'll all be past. I see balance. I see healing. I see you seeking. You've got the strength to take the lead, and you know what? The wheel will turn for you. And then, as the end of the year of 2017 comes in, you guys will be flying high again. So, if you start off the year 2017, like I said, this isn't for all Aries. Like I said, if you start off the year slowly, or if things start off slowly, do not worry, because it's gonna pass. Like I said, your friends are always, like I said, a lot of you will be relying on very close friends and very close relationships next year. Maybe to get you through some tough times in the beginning, but after that, it looks like by summertime, those will be passing. And like I said, by the end of next year, you guys, relationship wise, are going to be flowing. So I wouldn't get discouraged, like I said, but I'm getting this strong sense. I can't stress this enough, that some of you are rekindling old romances. Maybe somebody who was a friend who was a past. Maybe you're thinking about somebody now who you want to rekindle a relationship with, or who you're just thinking a lot about now, and be like, what if? Or that could be even in the beginning of the year. What if, you want to reach out and they'll reject you? Because, like I said, the reading also states that. So some of you might be thinking about rekindling or reaching out to somebody, maybe you haven't seen or talked to in a while, and you're afraid they might reject you. But from the reading, it does not look like that's going to happen. So you won't be rejected. Yeah, so a lot of you might be afraid of reaching out for somebody from the past, because you know what, you're afraid they might reject you, but it's not going to happen now, because there's magic. There'll be a lot of magic, and a lot of magic in your friends. Like I said, some of you are reaching back, and some of you might be afraid to reach back and to get in contact with these people, because you're afraid they're going to reject you. But it doesn't look like that at all. It actually looks really good for you Aries for doing that. Like I said, so yeah, so if you're thinking about somebody now to reach out to, or you really want to reach out to, or you feel like you want to patch up something, you know, do so, because it looks like the energy of that is going to be very positive, and it's going to really have a really good impact for you for the rest of the year. Because, like I said, it looks really good for the rest of the year here for you guys. Lots of positive stuff. All right, like I said, never be afraid to reach out. Now we're headed towards the end of the year. You've got the awaiting results, and on top of that is the High Priestess. So you're starting to get, like I said, this is about, planting the seeds, and you're starting to see the abundance now. It's starting to come in slowly. Next card, you guys spread your wings, and guess what? The Fool. Bingo. Teach card and Empress. The old saying is, if you are helped, so you shall help. It's all about teaching and learning. So, and it's also the Empress. It's gifts. It's you're learning and you're teaching a lot. So, you might start the year as the teacher, but excuse me, as a student, but you'll wind up as a teacher by the end of the year. And like I said, taking on to 2018, you've got the Rebuild card and the Hierophant. It's almost like you're gonna go through a bit of a transformation project, a transformation this year, and then when you're at the end, you're finally gonna say, you know what? you'll know what you want at the end of the year. Like I said, some of you might be even rebuilding marriages at the end of the year too, especially with the rebuild and the hierophant. So some of you might be rebuilding those relationships that might have been, or if you're a couple in a relationship, it looks like you'll be rebuilding them next year too. Like I said, you're going to be having a lot of outside help that's going to help you. And like I said, so have you gotten help, so you shall pass it on with the Empress. And there's a lot of gifts in between teaching and learning. You're going to learn a lot next year about relationships and about yourself. In all ways, whatever's coming in for you, it's going to help you spread your wings and you'll be ready to take off. Like I said, if it's about rekindling our relationships in the past, guess what? It's going to work. You're going to start seeing the fruits of your labor and you're going to be following your intuition. So next year for you, Aries, it's a very good relationship year, but I feel like I said, friendships and your close relationships next year are going to be very important to you. They're going to be very important to you. You're going to keep those close to your heart. Like I said, if you ever need help, reach out to those people who know that you can help you. You've got the strength to reach out. And like I said, there's magic next year in that for reaching out for help. Like I said, so if you start the year off a little bit slowly, do not worry about it because by mid-year that should be gone. Like I said, I see couples rekindling relationships or even getting married. So, like I said, some of you might be going through, like I said, a lot at the beginning of the year, but for couples, by the end of the year, I see a lot of marriages and a lot of relationships rebuilt. Like I said, some of you might be reaching out towards the past, towards a friend who you want to reconnect with, and that reconnection might lead into a romantic relationship. So if there's somebody you're thinking about contacting, you know what, initiate it and do it. Don't be afraid of rejection. Don't be afraid of rejection. All right, because like I said, for the overall energy, I don't see rejection in this reading at all. At all. Like I said, because you start off the year with the Tarot of the Sun, and you wind up the Hierophant. So like I said, you start off as the student right now, and then you'll be winding up the teacher. You'll be helping people to rebuild their relationships as yours was built. Because it's gonna be a very good. It's gonna be a learning year next year for couples and singles next year for relationships. But like I said, I can't stress enough. Friendships and your close relationships next year are gonna be very important to you. And like I said, I can't stress it again. The rekindling. I keep getting that word: rekindle, rekindle, rekindle. And a lot of you think so if there's some of you out there thinking about rekindling old friendships or something, yeah, I would do it. You know what? Or if you're thinking about reaching out for somebody for help, you know what? Do it. Do it. Like I said, then you could start. You'll have a very I feel like this is such great energy. You'll be taken into 2018, but like I said, I see nothing but success for you. You're just going to be reaching out a lot next year, and you're going to be relying on your friends. You're relying on help to get you through things next year. And like I said, you're going to become the teacher by the end of the year because you'll be learning a lot this year about yourself and about relationships and about what you want relationships to look like. And like I said, it all looks really good for you Aries out there. Like I said, but friendships this year, I can't stress enough, are going to be important. And with the divine magic, they can relate. They can become. Yep, they can become. You'll be rekindling it, but some of these friendships will be rekindled into love relationships. All right, Aries, that's your overall energy for the year 2017 for your love and relationship reading. I hope you've enjoyed it. This is Psychic Medium Eric, and I want to thank you guys for bearing with me. I'm sorry this video was a little bit late, but I was a little bit under the weather, and I'm getting better now, so I hope you guys enjoy this. I want to wish you all my subscribers out there a Merry Christmas and a very Happy New Year. I will see you next month.